Hello, Bright Eyes. Have you noticed that people are turning away from the things that don't serve them and turning toward each other? It seems the advent of theft and artificial intelligence and the slop and schlop that has become the web has had the unexpected, for some perhaps, benefit of making people turn away from the screens. For a while there, it looked like humans were going to evolve into having a different shape. I've often seen people walking with their heads down, looking at their phone, and for a moment I had to do a double take because it looked like the person had no head. Their neck was so bent forward like this, it looked like there was no head there. But this morning I went out on a walk with a friend, and as we normally do lately on Tuesday mornings, and people were out smiling, saying hi. It was nice to see. It's nice to see humans and their faces upright. It's nice to see upright humans again. It seems like that little drawing of evolution of the creepy crawler turning into a monkey, turning into a hunched over ape or primitive man, and an upright man. Kind of, we had a little moment there where we were like this. We looked like this for a little period of time, and now maybe we're going to go back to this. So I hope that you are among that contingency that is, in fact, probably not even watching this video because you're out. You're enjoying being part of this planet, being a part of a community. I hope you have a group of friends or neighbors that you can engage with in conversation. And boy, nothing like this administration to make people realize there is no hope after all in politics, and that we should really focus on each other. You know, that is where it's at, right on Main Street. That is where it's at, right on your road. That is what really matters at the end of the day. You've heard me speak about this many times, about the need. I mean, COVID was a huge wake-up call. And really made me at least realize the profound importance of local networks and relying less on centralized networks. So decentralize. That is ultimately the best way. So, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're not paying attention to things that don't serve you. and you're focusing on things that do. I have been busy. I continue to blog every once in a while on clearpillphilosophy.wordpress.com. I have lots of things I want to publish on paulstreehouse.com, so new stuff coming there. I did publish some apps, but I'm working on a little game that will be there for people to play. Because it seems the path forward, I think, for all of us who are creatives is to become your own Google, your own NBC, your own CNN. AI, for all of its flaws and terrible qualities, in particular theft-based AI, seems to be beckoning us to each become our own empire. And no longer will taste, narrative, at least I hope, no longer will it be centralized or controlled, and we will each get to bring our own spin to the world, our own angle, our own flavor, our own personal experience. You'll be able to hop in my shoes. If you want to go get a feel for what it's like to see the world through Paul's eyes, you can just hop into my algorithm and experience that, and I can hop into yours and experience what you're putting out. Maybe that's the path forward. So I'm trying to make my own little thing with paulstreehouse.com, but I just don't have a lot of time. You know, it's hard being a single dad, being a parent, but working. There's only so much I can do, but I'm loving it. I'm loving being a dad, and I'd rather just barely get by. I'd rather just barely pay the bills in order to just have a little bit extra time to be with my kids, to be there for them, to make sure that I'm attentive to their needs. That's the most important thing. If you're a parent, if you have that blessing, that is really an amazing thing to get to be. So, lots to be grateful for. It's always good to remember those things every day. Be in a state of gratitude and in a state of service, you know? If you can take care of yourself, then reach out to a neighbor. Maybe they need something. Of course, if you have family, reach out to them. So often we choose to just, instead of handle the affairs of our own, things that are within our own realm of responsibility, we go off and bomb some other country. Let's take care of our own. If everybody who was well and had their own affairs in order helped one other person that was close, whether it's family or a neighbor, if everybody did that, the whole world would be in a much better shape. It all begins with yourself. Be in control of yourself, at least. Don't go off seeking to control others because your own life is in disarray, which is unfortunately too often the case lately. I've realized the will to control is a real thing. Philosophy has addressed the will to power, the will to desire, the will to live with Darwin, Friedrich Nietzsche and his will to power, Buddhism and the will to desire and abrogate that will. So many wills. The will to control is a big one. And get control over yourself. And everything will look much better. Thanks for watching.